I was reading some of the comments regarding the Iron Man versus the Bride of Frankenstein video, where people were telling me about the Black Panther's bodyguard being accurate to the comics. And I will concede that the masculine looking aggressive bodyguard that the Black Panther had was pretty much accurate to the comics. However, this image pretty much reinforces an old stereotype regarding black women. When you look at the Captain America Civil War movie, you'll see those three positive images of African American men. However, when you examine the images of African American women, they pretty much reinforce old stereotypes regarding black women. And this is a position I'm going to stand on because I understand media. And when it came down to the Black Panther's bodyguard, she pretty much reinforces an old stereotype regarding black women being this masculine, aggressive female. And if you look at the image of this female in comparison to your Natasha Romanoff, who is supposed to be the Black Widow, she's presented as a soft, feminine female, even though she has all these amazing fighting abilities. She can have her femininity and fighting abilities, but the Black Panther's bodyguard, she has to be masculine in order to be this image of strength. And that's in and of itself offensive and downright racist when you think about it. Why can't the black woman be allowed to have her femininity and her beauty? Why is it that her femininity and her beauty are minimized in the media in America? Why is that the case? Why can't it be a balanced image of an African American female in contrast to the white female? Why is that, have to be, totally different? Why is the black female presented as a masculine image? And a lot of people, they don't understand that in American media, there are always an effort to try to minimize and devalue the beauty of the African American female in media. They're always making an effort to degrade the African American woman's image. So they don't want the African American woman's image to be the equal of a white woman's image. So they'll do little passive aggressive things to make the black woman's image appear to be less than, just like they did in Captain America Civil War with the two representations of black women in that film. In the first scene where you see this black woman confronting Tony Stark, we get this fat, loud, aggressive black female who approaches Tony Stark with her talking about her human resource job at the State Department, attacking him with shaming tactics, taking a picture of her son out of her purse, and then smashing it onto his chest. Literally attacking this man, but a lot of people, it goes over their head and they don't see that this is an assault done by this black woman, and it reinforces an old stereotype regarding your black mammies and the loud, angry black woman. They don't see that it was presented in that scene in that film where Tony Stark is getting ready to leave MIT and go wherever he's going to go, and he's confronted by that black woman. Nor do they see with this image where the Black Widow is, standing near, I think, the Black Panther's car, and the guard tells her to move, and she's all big and aggressive. Again, reinforcing an old stereotype regarding black women. Again, saying in a subtle way, your black woman is not attractive. Your black woman is not beautiful. She's a bully. She's domineering. She's, really aggressive. And a lot of people, again, will tell me that, yeah, that's how the Black Panther's guards are in the comics. However, those comics were created by white men. Your Black Panther is not a black character created by black people. He's a black character created by white people. And that is their view of African Americans. And when you imbibe this media for too long, what's going to happen is you're going to believe that these are natural, normal images of African American women when they are not natural images of African American women. They are pretty much unbalanced images. And that was sad because Captain America Civil War had some of the most balanced images of African American men I ever saw in a superhero movie. I saw, 3 black superheroes in a superhero movie, and all of them were presented as competent, capable, intelligent, and what really was a detraction to this film, again, was the presentation of these African American women and how they pretty much reinforced old stereotypes. But a lot of people don't understand those stereotypes because they don't, again, understand the history of these images in media, nor do they understand how efforts are made every time to minimize the black woman's image in media, because they really don't want us to see a black woman on par as equal with a white woman, with the same beauty, with the same intelligence, and the same ability. And I've studied this media, again, for many years, and that's one of the reasons why I would go out of my way to, create characters like the East Team character in The Temptation of John Haynes. Now, a lot of people who have read The Temptation of John Haynes and read many of my other books in the East Team series, or John Haynes' Man Who Rules the World, they know that the East Team character is John Haynes' assistant, and in that role, she's his secretary, and she's his bodyguard and his hostess. And in the bodyguard role, she's still an attractive, very feminine woman. And even though she has this superhuman strength and all these amazing magical abilities, and the reason why I did that, because I wanted to show that there was multidimensionality with African American women, that they could still have their beauty, they could still have their strength, and they could still be, an image that is the equal of white women. That was one of the reasons why I designed the character to be that way, and the reason why I gave her a physical appearance that was, inspired by the actress Sally Richardson Whitfield, because she's a very attractive woman, and I wanted to present a very attractive image of a black woman who was strong and capable of supporting and working with John Haynes' character, this black man who was strong and confident. And I wanted to present a positive image of black women, because when I looked at that movie, Captain America Civil War, again, I saw that image and I was really disappointed to see that, because they made a lot of progress in that film in presenting those three positive images of African American men. But sadly, when I looked at those images of African American women, it was disappointing, and it was really sad, because here you had somebody like a Monica Rambeau who could have been presented and introduced into this film to make the same argument to Tony Stark that was made in the early part of the film, and could have expanded upon the Marvel Cinematic Universe in setting up the, what's her name? I think it's Spectrum right now. And that was an opportunity they could have had, but instead they presented this really negative image of black women. And sadly, a lot of people, again, it's just going to go over their head. They're going to see it as just a superhero movie, but they're not going to look at that part and see that this is not the way we want to have African American women represented. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.